The Terminator franchise is famous for many things. It's a staple of science fiction, it's a dream for anyone who loves special effects, and it turned Arnold Schwarzenegger from Austrian bodybuilder to Jesus dost thou even lift bro, Christ of the 80s action film. But one cannot help but notice that there are a few glaring holes in the science of the franchise. Now I know plenty of people say there won't be any movie without them, but some of us can't help but notice them. I will point them out, and if you can explain them away for me, then I would appreciate it. Now, to start, the whole franchise is built on a paradox, similar to that of the grandfather paradox. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar, this states that a man goes back in time to kill his grandfather before his father is even born. Therefore, how is it possible that he is born in the first place to go back in time and kill his grandfather? Now, in the Terminator, John Connor is the leader of the human resistance against Skynet and killer machines, and is winning the war. So, Skynet sends a Terminator back in time to kill his mother before John is even born. So, John sends Kyle Reese, a soldier, back in time to protect Sarah Connor from that Terminator, where he gets together with her and fathers John Connor, and the Terminator is destroyed, and scientists use the Terminator scrap to design Skynet, which takes over the world. Therefore, John Connor becomes the leader of the human resistance, and begins winning the war. Therefore, a Terminator is sent back in time to kill Sarah Connor, and Kyle Reese is sent back to protect her, and he later fathers John Connor, who is defeating Skynet, which was created from Terminator scrap, who was sent back to... You guys following me yet? John Connor's history is so convoluted and is entirely dependent on whether or not Kyle Reese decides to wrap it up before he beds Sarah Connor. If he were to just say, hell no, man, I'm not going back in time, then the entire time in which they are living would never happen. Next, according to Kyle Reese, only living material can travel through time. If this is true, then how do the T-1000 and TX travel through time? The T-1000 is made entirely of liquid metal, and the TX was never revealed to be covered in any sort of living tissue. Just asking. Also, if you think about it, the efforts of John Connor and Skynet are absolutely pointless. If John Connor sends Kyle Reese back into the past, and Skynet sends a Terminator, then they are unable to alter the events of their present. They would likely splinter their current timeline into 3 different timelines. One where everything happens as expected. Skynet destroys humanity and the last of the race has to fight against it. One where Skynet kills Sarah Connor and achieves world domination. And one where Skynet is destroyed and all is well. Basically, no matter what happens, they will continue experiencing whatever it is they're presently doing. It's not like Kyle Reese is going to destroy every remnants of Skynet, and in the present, Skynet's going to be like, oh yeah, I was destroyed way back then. I guess I need to give up now. Or Skynet's Terminator successfully kills Sarah Connor, and the Resistance is going to be like, well, there goes John. Well, I guess we better give up and bow down before the almighty toaster.
I just want